Shade 45, we're back. We have Chad Meek here. What's up, Chad Meek?
Hello.
Welcome to the show. How them levels, Sam?
Sounds good.
All right, awesome. Because Chad Meek is chilling in his chair way far away from the mic, and you can still hear you good.
Yeah, I hear you really good. Yeah.
Probably because of aliens.
Aliens are helping us.
You are the grandson of...
Nephew.
Oh, excuse me, nephew. Nephew of, like, George Van Tassel, who was a leader of a space contactee community.
He was the leader during the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the UFO contactee movement worldwide. He was the man to go to.
If you got molested or talked to, anything like that.
Well, actually, if you were a pilot or a military pilot and got your head all screwed up with UFO and sightings and things like that, he was the go-to guy to go talk to.
Oh. No shit.
Yeah, he was the man. Yeah. I'd where I grew up out there, I'd go run into out at the Rock was a dry lake. I'd see military helicopters, planes, everything, and I'd wonder what the heck are those guys doing in there. Of course, at the time, they all smoked cigarettes and drank a lot of coffee, and the whole thing was... I said, what are you people doing out here? I found out later that actually they were talking to my uncle about their own experiences, and because they couldn't talk to their commanders and their bosses because they would, get summarily dismissed.
Yeah, you can't say that you saw aliens or else people can think you're crazy.
Yes.
I kind of feel the same way. Like when people are be like half of me is like, I believe that there's aliens, but I just don't think as many people are seeing them that says they are.
It's funny. I go back and forth. I do research on this stuff. There's, Dr. John Mack. He's at Harvard. He claims over 4 million people have been abducted, and he's a scientist.
No shit.
4 million.
Have you been?
I was. Yeah.
Now, how old were you when you were
4 years old? Yeah.
What happened?
Got picked up. Was in a room with my brothers.
Did they play with your booty?
No, I never got part of the booty call as far as the instrumentation.
Why are they always playing with the booty?
They're looking for that spark of inspiration, trying to procreate, man. That's what they're doing.
Like if they were so smart, right? Like if they were so smart that they could fly all the way here, why are they trying to put a baby in someone's ass? It just doesn't work.
It's really hard to comprehend, but I believe they lost their ability to procreate. And what they're doing is trying to get it all back. Kind of like a cosmic Viagra, or something. I don't know. So,
all right, so let's go back to you. You're 4 years old. You're in the room with your brothers.
Yeah, I get teleported out a window into a ship that's about 20 feet away, and they place me on a table. And there's these four-looking. They're the Greys. They got big eyes. They're telepathically telling me that I'm going to be okay, that it's not going to hurt, and that I'll forget about it the next day, which. All of it was a bunch of nonsense. They lied. It hurt the next day.
What did they do to you?
You know what? I get to a point where I don't know exactly what they did to me.
They probably did play with your booty, bro.
They played the booty, man. All I know is I woke up with 107 temperature. They rushed me to the doctors. I stuttered profusely and didn't know, just almost like a slap silly by a major beam in my brain or something. But yeah, it was pretty scary actually. So, but one of the differences between me and a lot of other people is for some reason I remembered it. Most people don't. They have to go through regression therapy and all kinds of stuff to basically get back there.
But the problem with that whole therapy thing is a lot of times, you can get hypnotized or something, and they can plant a seed in your head that you got molested and it never happened.
There's what happens is there's all these control questions before you get to that whole thing, and the control questions and the science behind it is extraordinary. In fact, you would have an easier time getting a job with the CIA than getting past Dr. Mack with some of his control questions. It's incredible. In fact, he went absolutely overboard trying to trying to qualify all the people that went through their things. But incidentally, him and Dr. Jacobs out of Temple University, they both, they didn't even want to do any of this stuff, but they kept on having all these people come up and tell them that they were abducted. So that's how they got into it. Yeah.
Let's say I want to get abducted. What are some things I can do for myself because I feel like it's like, you ever feel like everyone else is getting abducted and
you're not? You're left out?
It's like, what the fuck? Why am I not good enough to be abducted? How come?
Yeah.
How come they don't?
How come they don't get me?
Yeah, like, why don't they float me up to the ship and play with my penis?
Right. I guess I could go.
Why
for
can't I ejaculate into a cup?
Right. You're looking for some space sex.
I would love, like, how come they don't let me fuck the goddamn? I want some great pussy.
Yeah, you want a hominoid. That's what you want. Half alien, half human. That's what you.
I'm gonna be real, Chad. As long as it's wet, like I'm good.
You're doing it for it, okay?
But
good.
Chad, are these people racist? Do they take black people also?
You know what?
Yeah, why don't aliens like black people?
Yeah,
they do.
What's going on? No, that's bullshit.
No,
bullshit,
they do.
Chad. Come
Aliens
on.
hate black people.
Barney and Betty Hill.
Who's that?
Well, Barney was a black man. He was abducted, as far as that. And Betty Hill is one of the most biggest. So there's your model. I mean, you just
They don't go to the hood.
Right.
They don't go to the hood.
They don't go to the hood. Yeah. They get you in remote spaces. That's the first criteria. You got to be out in the middle of nowhere, or be someplace where no one can get at you or view you. Then they'll get you. Stand out in the desert.
Can they stop time?
They can stop time. They do know how to stop time. Yeah. So they do stop time. They literally, in fact, that was my first experience, but I would come up missing 6 to 8 hours. That happened all the way till I was about 8 years old, and I don't remember any of that stuff. So, I've had incredible stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens to you when you're out there. But
did they ever strip you naked and played with you or anything like that?
I wasn't naked per se. I think they put a cloth over me as far as that. And maybe they reached under the blanket, but God, your guess is as good as mine.
They got any different types of fabric and shit, like space fabric?
It's weird. You know what? It's funny. It's almost kind of like a porpoise. Kind of a porpoise texture, kind of like a fish type texture.
What does it smell like?
It didn't smell like anything. It was so clinical. It was like being inside of a surgical room.
How come there's only two sexes in aliens? How come they don't have like 5 or 6 different shits?
Well, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure that they are actually. I think they're both. I think they're androgynous. I think that's what they're.
As is my co-host.
Excuse me?
You androgynous out there?
Watch your mouth.
Funny guys.
People are gonna get upset here.
Okay.
You're gonna make his vagina upset.
No, he has the man vagina. It's hairy and disgusting.
Can I show the aliens my mangina?
Yes.
Mangina.
Chad.
Yeah. Show him your man.
You didn't tell me what I can do to try to get these motherfuckers. What are the odds that you got abducted and your uncle is the head alien dude?
Actually, he was doing channeling every week, and it was a hot spot. So, I think it was probably more likely for me.
They was like, oh, bitch, you want to channel some shit? We're going to fuck you in the butt.
Well, actually, when they're out there and they're looking for new bodies, I guess I was one. There was probably 50 people in a 50-mile radius, so I guess I was a good candidate.
All right, so basically what I got to do to get abducted is not be black. Right? Is that where we're at so far?
Pray, chant, and stand out in the middle of the desert for about 6 hours and see what you get, dude. You may be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, you might be surprised.
Go out in the desert and just chant?
Yep, just
They
chant.
can hear that shit?
I tell you, they're out there, man. They're looking for you. So, yeah. You know what? I may even put a good word for it. You just let me know when you're out there. I'll get you picked up.
Sometimes I feel like you're full of shit. Right now, I think you're going to have me out in the desert. You're going to be at home drinking a beer, and I'll be out there chanting, yelling at the fucking stars, trying to get a ride on the spaceship.
Telling them, don't touch my butt.
No, I'll try to help you. I'll try to help you get abducted, man. But I'm telling you what. Now, when you're older, it's like, hey, when a spaceship comes by, knock on the door and jump in. When you're between the ages of 4 and 8, trust me, that's probably the last thing you want to do. So
yeah, you basically got child molested by some aliens.
Essentially, it is. I mean, it really is.
Did it fuck with you? Did it fuck with your sexuality, or did it make you?
It did.
What happened to you? How did that happen?
It put me over the top as far as on the horny scale. I mean, my God. I mean, it just was incredible as far as that. There was something that was going on as far as with that.
Is it easy for you to maintain an erection because of aliens?
Still 56, still at it, man.
You have a strong like bull?
Strong man. I go all night. Yeah, you bet.
Because of aliens? Or you just think that's genetics?
Well, actually, the fuel ran out of my younger brother, so I think I'm a little different as far as that stuff goes. So,
Word.
Yeah,
your brother's his dick game ain't no good.
No, they're almost a younger and older one. They don't have it. So
your brother ain't got. He's whack.
No, he's done.
He's got no dick game.
Nope.
Wow.
The aliens gave you dick game.
Jude wants to see your penis.
Just go in the other room, take a picture of it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it like in my face. All right. So besides that, did you get any other superpowers from being with the aliens?
Yeah. I did.
What?
Super psychic ability. I've done. In fact, since then, people have grabbed me for trying to find people, and I found a bunch of dead people. Could tell them where they were at exactly.
Can you see diabetes and Sear?
I can as far as meditation. It takes me a little while.
You can't just be like, boom.
It just depends how serious the event was. Like, for instance, down in Mexico, a guy came up missing. They didn't know where he was, et cetera, et cetera. The people came to me. I told them exactly where he was at, and that was where he was at. He was dead. He was, he'd killed himself. So, anyways, I'll get voices that just basically are almost like a telepathic transfer.
What do the voices sound like?
It's actually no.
That motherfucker's dead.
It says he jumped off here. This is where he's at.
It's in your voice.
Yeah, it's in my head. It's just in my head. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Can you fly? Do you know how to fly?
Well, actually, no.
Sounds like you got some bullshit powers.
Like whack powers.
Viagra.
You know what? Well, when I was 12 years old, they asked me to. We had a contest. They had about a trash can full of jelly beans. They said, "Hey, how many jelly beans? If you get close to it, you get the thing there." I guessed to the exact number, and almost got that little community director fired because they swore that she gave me the number.
Are you good at math?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at math. Good at pretty much all that stuff. I do
karate? Do you know karate because of aliens?
No, but I used to box.
There you go.
So,
all right. So you're out here talking all this shit. Has the government came and got you for talking shit?
No, but they threatened most of the people that are actually characters in my film, including my uncle, several pretty people involved in quantum physics, time travel, all that kind of stuff. Some of his partners, they actually physically threatened them. Dr. Cushman, who's a neurosurgeon, he contacted me about 3 months ago, and he was telling me about his dad, that they literally came to him and told him not to work with my uncle or they were going to kill him and his family. So that stuff does happen, and that's real. Since then, I've had people here in Hollywood that actually knew a lot of that stuff there, because you had some of the...
Are you afraid for your life?
No.
Am I going to get killed fucking with you?
No.
Because I don't want to die off of this shit.
No. Actually, you know what? I don't. Actually, that's part of the reason I'm doing it now, because I've lived a good long life. They want to get me, they're going to get me.
All right.
So.
Well, let's. Why don't we play a song?
Yeah.
Play that AT Aliens or some shit, and we'll come back with more Chad Meek and calls for you. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Chad was abducted by aliens as a child, and he wrote a movie that he's trying to raise money for. Or you're about to shoot. When you shooting your movie?
September. Yeah, send millions of dollars. In fact, give it to Jude first. He'll hand it to me.
Yep. I will take my cut, but I will pass it on to... Actually, I don't know, dude. I was trying to raise some money yesterday for Indiegogo for this condom that looked really good, and I think he only got $300 from our listeners.
Yeah. I think that ship has already sailed, the whole crowdfunding deal.
Yeah, that crowdfunding shit.
Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah, I think people are tired of getting a bunch of junk in the mail for nothing. So I think we're back to the real world of making movies, making things happen. So you about to do it? You want to? All right. So there's a lot of people that want to talk to you about aliens. Let's go to Jason in Buffalo. Jason.
Hey, Rude Jude, Lord Sear saying, what up, y'all?
Hey.
What's up? Go ahead,
I love the
here.
show. Love y'all our show, but real quick, I had an experience, all right, on some real shit. I was young. We were playing in the field. All of a sudden, some crazy shit happened. I got blown up, right up into a shit. Long story short, they did me right in my butt. No lube. It was like I got gangbanged by a bunch of gray-looking aliens, and I had no idea what the hell happened.
Jason.
All of a sudden,
Jason, come on, boy.
I get back into the field, and that was it.
So they ran a busto on you. You got butt fucked by aliens, and then you went back to playing soccer. Is that what you're telling me?
Rude Jude, I got gang banged by a bunch of aliens.
Is this the first time you've heard about alien gangbangs, Chad?
You know what? You know what? It's all things are possible, but yeah, no, it's the first time I've heard this. Yeah. So.
Who screened that call?
Christina, I'm sorry.
Have her find out what the story is before it gets to me. Gabriel in New Mexico.
Hello.
What up, though? Go ahead, man. You got Chad Meek.
Hey, no, man, I was just calling to ask what you thought about the Roswell, New Mexico UFO crash landing. I live in New Mexico and Roswell, and to me it just seems like it's a bunch of bullshit. But I mean, I'm young still. I wasn't there when it happened, and I just want to know what you think on it.
No, it's real as a heart attack. You know, it was exactly what everyone's come forth. They've sworn statements. They've talked to some of the old astronauts like Mitchell, and actually came out and admitted that exactly what the first story was before the balloon and all the other stuff.
So you believe in Roswell?
Roswell was spot on. That happened.
Let's go to Jeff in Canada. Jeff.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, you got Mexico, you have Russia, you have France. They've all disclosed their UFO information, like basically saying, "Yo, it is true," right? Why is America and Canada dragging their feet? You know, this shit is real. It's real.
Yeah, Canada actually is doing fairly good as far as disclosing. The United States does not like to disclose. In fact, what they do is they burn and bury information, because just about every astronaut that went out into outer space came back. Now they've come out, signed affidavits. Now the backup information, as in photos and conversations, all of the stuff disappeared.
Where's all this information at? Like, where can I look up on Google that France is like, hey, there's aliens? Like, where did Jeff get his information? Jeff, where did you get this information from?
Just Google it, man. You'll find it. Seriously. It's
Yeah,
all over.
Yeah, but like, from what site is what I'm saying?
Oh, geez, I can't tell you exactly what site, but
that's the problem, dude. Like, that's the problem.
Hey, brother. You know what? I know what's going down. You know, it's real. The reality is, Jeff. And in fact, Churchill said it best in a conversation. This is a direct quote as far as what it went when he was talking to FDR, because they were having problems with Foo Fighters over in Great Britain during the war. And he goes,
"What are Foo Fighters?"
Foo Fighters were
besides that rock group,
right? Foo Fighters were like aliens, UFO ships. There was a whole bunch of aliens that were appearing, over the channel.
Do you feel like we got our technology from aliens?
Absolutely, we did get our technology. But anyways, I was going to say what had happened is Churchill told FDR, says, "Well, we don't want to let anyone know about this because they'll stop going to church and stop paying taxes." And I think that has a lot to do with that. And I think the whole military-industrial complex, they want the money, and they don't want you to know that what's up there.
We got Tony in Denver. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, my question to Chad is, when he got abducted when he was 4 years old, they told him that, you won't remember it. Were they actually speaking English to you?
No, it was actually a telepathic implant. As far as that, they were just you don't hear words from them. They actually give it to you in your brain.
So it's just like a thought or a feeling.
There it is. Yeah.
Like that, and you were tripping out.
And I was tripping out. Yeah, I was tripping out. Yeah.
I just find it hard to believe.
Same.
I find it hard to believe that they actually know our language coming from outer space.
They actually, well, you can figure if they're into free energy and they can basically appear and disappear, that they probably know a lot more than what we may want to give them credit for.
Leary.
Oh, New Orleans, you heard me?
Yeah, they fucked your name up, bro. What's up?
Damn, man, that's cool, man. I wanted to ask your boys, because look, back in the day in the Magnolia Project, I think I saw Alien. And look, I wanted to ask him if he could give me some advice on, what I was dealing with.
What'd you see?
Man, look, that bitch is big, green, and it was like, I don't know, I probably was spazzing out, but I could swear I saw a big old spaceship.
How big was it? It was football field?
It was probably about the size of like a bus.
Oh, was
like
it?
A school bus.
How big are these spaceships that you saw?
There's some. I've actually seen, in fact, I've been seeing them most of my life, but I've seen a rainbow ship the size of about 2 football fields. I've seen them. I've seen several disc-shaped ships. I've seen a cigar-shaped ship. So
what do aliens do for fun? Do they play badminton?
No, they
or-
play ping pong up there. That's what they do. They sit there and look at. They play ping pong, and they see a victim down there. They say, "I'll go pick them up."
You said-
I don't know what they do. That's a good. That's a good question, Jude. I don't know.
You don't know what aliens do for
I
fun,
don't.
sir?
Okay. You know, I think their plate's full with all this sex. So, yeah.
Do they have? They don't have genitals, do they? Did you see?
I didn't see
you
any
haven't-
genital. I didn't experience the genital part. So
Did
I
they
don't-
make you blow on them?
No,
Like
I
blow on their dick.
No, I don't
No?
think they just had me strapped down. They just had me. They're just looking at me and smiling in a very evil way.
Josh in British Columbia.
Yeah, I really appreciate this conversation. All this information checks out. I've been researching for years, and I would like to know if Chad has a message for us, if the Greys are just here to experiment, or if they have a goal.
Well, there's one thing that basically comes to the thing is that I believe that there's some future cataclysmic event that's going to happen, and I actually think they're probably testing, and they're trying to figure out what can be done to maybe even help. I don't look at them as violent towards us, wanting to do anything other than help us, in their own way. I don't look at them like they're going to try to take over the world. This has been the birthplace of countless civilizations, and that's why they keep coming back. This is their home too. Yeah.
And there it is. Chad, let's talk about the movie. It is Giant Rock the Movie. You can go to GiantRockTheMovie.com to get more information on it.
www.GiantRockTheMovie.com. You can go to Giant Rock the Movie Facebook. You can go Chad C. Meek Twitter. You can go Chad C. Meek on Google. I mean, we have 50 pages of Google. I mean, it's endless. You can contact me and through my website. If there's any actual abductees that really need some help, go ahead and contact me through my website. I'll be more than happy to talk you through it or talk with you about it. So yeah, go to my website. Yeah, like me, like us, love us.
Like his website.
like our website. Yeah.
Do you feel like aliens are going to try to keep you from making this movie?
No, they're helping me actually. It's unbelievable how well I've been helped with this thing here.
Will the aliens loan you some money?
Yes, they will.
Chad Meek, ladies and gentlemen.